Hi, and welcome to Chop Chat Cook. Today, I'm here with Sherri and Jodi of So Cake Toowoomba. So we're up in Toowoomba today, and we're going to be talking to these two ladies about childcare options because between them they run a small business and they have 5 children, and they've learnt really well how to juggle a family and a small business, and they can tell us a lot about what their childcare options have been over the years, but also currently as well. All right, well, thanks and welcome, Sherri and Jodi. You've been in business together for 2 years now?
Yep, just over 2 years.
Yeah. Good. And you've been in the cake decorating or the cake business for 15 years?
Yeah, about 15 years each.
So like 30 years combined experience.
Yeah, that's simply what we say,
That's very impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, and so we've sort of been, we've both got kids at different ages and that, so I think childcare has always been a cost in there we've had to factor in. I think 1 year there I did 3 days a week of childcare I paid for my Eva and Mitch, and it was like $24,000 for the year. And by the time I got my wage and got the subsidy that you get for working over 15 hours, I ended up breaking out with $900 at the end. But to keep your skills at the same time, that's kind of what you've got to do. So I've been thinking about an au pair for next year. Heard good things about them. Cheaper, get more hours as well. Yeah.
Interesting, because both your husbands work away and are home. They're away for a certain period of time and then home for a short period of time and then go again. So that's sort of something that's a really big issue, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you really need to rely on hired help there, I think,
I think it's really hard to do, really difficult to do by yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because your children are that sort of the slightly older end now,
Yeah,
aren't they?
I'm out of the childcare needs, but I still have, I'm really lucky we've got a school that I can call up if we ever get stuck and we're really busy, and I can do after school care on short notice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and just you rely on your good circle of friends as well to help out with watching the kids for an hour while we deliver a wedding cake or something along that lines as well.
Those sorts of things.
Yeah, you've got to build your community, but also your professionals as well that help with the kids. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's interesting. So you're going to explore au pair as an option, are you, Sherri?
Yeah, I've had a friend that had one help out with her kids, and she was lovely, and it brings the culture into the family as well. The kids get to learn about where she's from, and they teach her about their stuff and show them around Australia. Yeah, I think it might be a fun thing to do. And Jeannie's 1.5, so she's getting a little bit of a handful coming to work now. So I think au pair could always, come to work sometimes too, and Jeannie can spend some time with us, and other days take her to the park, take her out. Yeah, we've got clients here. I think she'll be really helpful.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, she could sort of be here with Jeannie while you're both here as well working. That's a good point.
And daycare cost is sort of skyrocketing these days. It's about $112 a day for daycare, which adds up over a week. Where you can have an au pair live-in home for around $150 to $250 a week for 40 hours.
Okay.
So it's sort of a big difference there. I don't think it'll work for everybody depending on their circumstances. I think have heard a nurse, she's paying $1,000 at daycare a fortnight because she's sort of got split shifts and different days, so she's got to pay for the 10 days of daycare a fortnight, but she might only end up using 4 of them because she's got a night shift.
Okay.
So I know she's struggling with that. So
because that's really...
that's cutting into her wage. So an au pair, might work well for nurses too, I think, where they can have that flexibility of,
that's true.
Determining what hours that you need.
And then you've got that nighttime cover as well, where the au pair might just be asleep in bed.
Yeah.
And the children are asleep in bed as well, but there's someone there.
Yeah. So I think the au pair is more flexible, whereas if you've got a job 9 till 5, daycare might work better for you, I think, Yeah,
that's interesting, isn't it? I was an au pair.
Okay,
Yeah. Many years ago.
Okay. I think au pairs are great for older children too. I think I like the structure of the daycare centre when Jeannie was a baby, because she went in about 7 months for her first week, and I like that in the daycare centre there's more supervised environment, I think too, with the younger ones, whereas I think as they get older it's probably, the au pair will be more fun and be able to go on outings and stuff like that,
That's true actually,
But cost, I think, is becoming the biggest factor for a lot of families, and they're starting to kind of look towards more au pairs, for that.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, did you have anything you'd like to add, Jodi, just before we finish up?
Yeah, I understand where Sherri's coming from because my kids are older now, so it's not a current issue for me. I'm sort of more the other end of it, where I'm worrying about that stage where can I leave them be for a couple of hours while I go do something. My eldest is 14,
Yeah,
so I can sort of rely on her a little bit now for some babysitting care. But definitely that was one of the hardest things was that cost of paying for childcare back then. Yeah, it was quite prohibitive.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And for myself as well, we had a nanny for a little while, and then we nanny shared with another family at work.
That's a good idea.
And there was 3 families actually, and we nanny shared. And my husband and I, we both work part-time. So we only had the Wednesday where we both worked.
Okay.
And we nanny shared on the Wednesday.
That works great.
It did, it worked really well, and my husband worked Saturdays as well.
Yeah.
So that was sort of how we balanced that. Yeah,
That's a good idea.
it did, it worked really well actually.
Maybe I could pay your au pair a little extra in school holidays.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what happened because I found the nanny at my work, and one of the other working mums, she put up an advertisement saying, were there any other families who wanted to nanny share and contribute to those costs? And then the nanny earned a little bit more money as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And keep them happy as well.
Yeah, that's right. And also then the 3 families, then we had access to a nanny who was available, like if we wanted to go out in the evenings.
Yeah.
Because she was interested in making more money.
That's it.
Yeah, so that worked really well actually. And then it ended up that the other family we shared with, they bought a house and they became our neighbours.
Okay.
So they were like 2 houses down.
Oh, that's handy.
You didn't. And then so like my son was really happy because he knew like their daughter who lived nearby. So they both got to know each other outside of that environment of like the nanny situation, which worked really well.
Well, that's it. They get the social aspect then that they get at
Yeah.
childcare, that you might
Yeah.
miss with an au pair.
And like we were neighbours then for many years, and it worked out really well.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh well, thanks everyone, and see you next episode. Thanks, Sherri.
Cool.
Thanks, Jodi.